Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce to you Rubiel Mosquera. He is a brand new IFBB pro. Just got his pro card today at the Prague Pro Championships, the Prague Pro amateur version, the amateur portion of that show. And of course, guys, the big show is tomorrow with your Samson Daudas, your Horse MDs, your Michal Krizos, Let My People Pose, and this guy, Rubiel Mosquera, he will be competing with the big boys. And initially, I didn't think, I just wasn't quite so sure. And I know. EP09, Kenson Jardine, host of EP09, he was telling me, this guy means business. Wasn't quite so sure. But you know what? Now I'm sure. I'm sure that EP09 was definitely correct in his assumptions that this guy, he's not only going to get into that top 5 situation, but I believe that he has a chance to maybe even, I'm going to do a couple of comparisons. It's me, Mark's Max Muscle. I like to do comparisons. I go crazy for comparisons. So we're going to see how this dude, Rubiel Mosquera, does stack up, does size against your Michal Krizos. And we'll have a look at your Horse MDs and your Samson Daudas as well. And I have to say, Michal Krizo, this is one of his strongest poses. He's getting bullied in the lower half. He's getting bullied in the lag department. Look at those colossuses of biceps on Rubiel. Unbelievable. Of course, Krizo. He is a mastodon in the arms as well. This is a tongue-rolling couple of bodybuilders for sure. So in the front double, how does he stack up against a monster like Michal Krizo? I would suggest very well. And considering the lower half is a dominance, going off these pictures, might even get an edge over Krizo. Now, what about Horse MD? Because, of course, styles make matches. And Horse MD is a completely different creature altogether than Krizo, Let My People Pose. He has a much better set of wheels than Krizo. And when you're standing next to Rubiel, you're going to need a heavy set of legs, guys. Let's face it. Because this guy is... I think these are the best wheels in the IFBB currently. Upper body, it's going to be aesthetics. I think that could get an edge for Horse MD. And as a whole, considering he does have a good set of wheels, might even give him an edge over this just monster. But it's hard to say. Samson Dauda, hard to size these guys too because we've never really seen him stand up. I think he's a little shorter than Samson and Krizo. I think he's close to being the same height as a horse. I think Horse is a little bit shorter than I guess we're going to find out tomorrow, won't we? But size-wise, stature, Samson is a horse himself. Look at the clavicle width. And I think that might make the difference between these two guys because I'm here to tell you, Rubiel, he has a lot of muscle. And I mean a lot of muscle. Look at those guns. So here is the front lat spread. We don't have all of the shots. We have a couple of them. Krizo, I hate to say it because I love this guy. I mean, sky's the limit for this dude. But I honestly think this Rubiel Mosquera, he is going to take the IFBB by storm. And he is going to draw out weaknesses like legs that aren't quite big enough. I mean, come on. And here's Horse MD. Interesting. Not the best pose from any of these guys. You go back to the 1990s, I mean, wow. They had to compete with Dorian Yates in this shot. But Horse MD, I figured this pose should be a little bit better than this. Not the best picture also. Hard to tell conditioning, things of that nature. Well, let's have a look at Samson. There we go. There's a good front lat spread. Yeah, good going, Samson. One of the few good front lat spreads of this day and age, for goodness sakes. When you think about it, maybe the weaker pose of the modern era in bodybuilding. Samson, he will in fact get a victory over Rubiel. But ask for the other two guys, they're gonna have to be in their best shape. And, they're going to have to fight this guy for sure. Now, the side shot is where you really have to think, okay, all right, he's not all hype. He is not just like a front that's flashy. Like maybe those old western towns where they had a big front, but really there was nothing back there. Look at the thickness of this guy. Oh, now, don't hate me for this, guys, until at least give him a chance until tomorrow. I think that he is going to draw out some weaknesses of Michal Krizo. But Krizo, hey, he's got the biggest man's manly chest. And look at the delt. Now, Horse MD's pitcher sucks. Can't really tell conditioning at all. But he does have a very impressive side leg. Is it impressive enough to match or even defeat the likes of this Rubiel Mosquera in the leg department? I don't know. He's a brontosaurus. Still, though, pretty impressed with Horse MD. And with a name like Horse, you should have big wheels, I guess. Upper body, probably go with Rubiel. So, as a whole, I would give him a victory over Horse MD. Now, Krizo, let my people pose. He might have been beating Rubiel in the upper body, but that lower half. Here's Samson. He stacks up very well, again, in all of these shots. He's not beating Rubiel in the lag department in any of these shots. He's matching him. He's close. Isn't that funny? This guy's just turned pro, and Samson Dauda, third best in the world. And that's what it should be. These freaks of nature, the best bodybuilders in the world, as soon as they hit the scene, they should be on fire. Like a Phil Heath placing third at his very first Olympia. And ask for Rubella, he's going to turn some heads tomorrow. And since we are turning our heads, let's get these guys to turn around and have a look at their back development. Krizo, he's holding his own. I think condition-wise, could be even a little bit tighter. But make no mistake about it, Rubiel is conditioned. He is conditioned. Not, your thin skin, your things of that nature. But I think he's getting there. And his back development, I think it's maybe even more than a match for Krizo's. So Krizo, he could be in trouble during this event. And ask for Horse MD. I don't think Horse MD is as thin-skinned, things of that nature, as Michal Krizo even. So I would wager to say that Rubiel would have an edge on Horse MD. So look for him to beat Horse tomorrow, and that's no joke. Horse MD, he just defeated Nathan Diasha, and if he can get a victory over Michal Krizo, it's going to shock the world. Now ask for Samson Dauda. This is not a very good representation of Samson's rear lat spread. Don't know why. Maybe the timing was off. Not exactly sure. It's him from the Romania. Yeah, he was good enough for the win. Is he beating Rubiel? You tell me. Here's the rear double bi, and he is, like I said, a Brontosaurus Rex. Huge legs, and it's not just a good lower half. Those lat insertions, those are incredible. Krizo, again, thin skin, things of that nature. Awesome stuff. Is it going to be condition over sheer size? Wow, Krizo. Krizo's not going to run and hide, that's for darn sure, and neither is Samson Dauda. But guys, you tell me, don't lie. It's probably closer than you guys ever imagined. Judging by pictures. The conditioning live on stage could be totally different. This guy could even be, out of the top 5, but I don't think so. Looks pretty gosh darn good to me. Didn't even show a rear double bi of Horse MD because it's not a good pose. Not a good look for him. Not a good pose at all. So, the takeaway from this, ladies and gentlemen, brand new pro in the IFBB, and it is a Nick Walker type situation. where he is ranked already in my mind. This guy has a lot of gentlemen that he's going to mow through, I think. And what a great test. A guy that's top 3 at the Olympia, guy that's 7th at the Olympia, and a big newcomer. I mean, we're going to find out right out of the chute where this guy stands, I think. He's going to be under 7th, over 7th. Could he be top 2 at the Olympia? Wow. Gonna be exciting, guys. It makes the Prague Pro that much more exciting. And like I said before, get the live stream. Like I said, the Ninja Turtles are getting. I even heard Krang and the Shredder are getting the live stream. They're gonna watch it with Bebop, Bop, Bop, and Rocksteady. Shredder, pass me the popcorn. You guys remember Krang? Well, no. If not, then I apologize. And if you do, well, I do a pretty good Krang impression, huh? Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. This is Rubiel Mosquera. He is the next big thing. NECKZILLA.